We're going to move on with a look through some of the top headlines in the international press from all around the world with Flo Villamino. Hi there.
Hi, Kat.
And now this is a story we've been reporting in our main news bulletin about Donald Trump. He's sort of gone off script once again, hasn't he? He made a suggestion that Second Amendment diehards, people who support the right to bear arms, might be the only ones who can stop Hillary Clinton getting into the White House or from changing that law if she gets in. Let's sort of pick through this a bit more.
That's right. Now, Trump was very ambiguous in these comments, of course. Was he joking, or was he actually really inciting people to carry out violent acts against Hillary Clinton, essentially shoot her? Now, that's really the debate today in the U.S. media. Has he gone too far? You know, this is something that comes up every time he makes a controversial comment. This is the Huffington Post that says clearly Trump has crossed a line here. No more. Now, the New York Daily News goes even further. This isn't a joke anymore. When Trump hinted that gun rights supporters should shoot Hillary, he went from offensive to reckless, according to the New York Daily News. He must end his campaign, and if he doesn't, the Republican Party needs to abandon him. So you can see the New York Daily News there taking a clear position that Donald Trump has gone way too far.
Exactly. And as you say, though, Donald Trump did keep those comments pretty ambiguous, sort of letting people read into them what they want. A lot of commentators, though, saying that whatever he was saying, that statement was downright dangerous.
That's right. There's a very interesting piece in the New York Times today by Thomas Friedman. I really recommend. He says that this menacing language used by Donald Trump against Hillary Clinton is very reminiscent of the way extremists were talking in the lead up to the 1995 assassination of the Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin. He says there was a very similar mood. Politicians were using very violent language, and this is essentially what Trump is doing. Now, Trump is being ambiguous, of course. He says he's joking, but there are always people out there who don't hear these kind of subtleties, who don't get the joke. They just hear the big message. And a lot of media today is quoting the former CIA director Michael Hayden, who says, you aren't just responsible for what you say, you're also responsible for what people hear. And this is something that a lot of people are talking about. This is Politico's reaction to all this. You can say they're saying that Trump's loaded words have fueled a campaign free fall. What's interesting, though, is Donald Trump says that he's actually benefiting from this controversy, and he actually took the occasion to once again lash out against the evil media.
It is very interesting, I think, if you especially read a transcript of what he said, as we often do while we're preparing our news bulletins, and there's a lot of sort of dots and and that kind of thing. So it is very, very ambiguous, and like you say, it's interesting to analyse how people might read that
and understand it.
Exactly. Let's move on to another story getting a lot of attention in the press today in the United States, in Russia, in Turkey. Which story am I talking about? The Russian and Turkish presidents getting together yesterday.
That's right. Huge news today. It's on the front page of several front pages. You can see here the Wall Street Journal with this photo of the two presidents meeting. They're striving to move closer together. Lots of analysis, of course, in the Turkish media. Hurriyet Daily News talks about how it's back to the future and points out that Putin and Erdogan really dove into the economic relations between the two countries as if they completely forgot about the major political crisis that the two countries were experiencing. This bromance, after 8 months of tension, has raised a lot of eyebrows in Russia as well. This is a great article in Moscow Times I recommend today. People took to social media to joke about this speedy reconciliation, and the Moscow Times has a great selection. You can see this tweet here, Darth Putin. You can see the two leaders here meeting. The accomplice of terrorism, I presume. Nice to see you, the killer of Syria's ethnic Turks. Because of course, Putin and Erdogan had been exchanging, pretty big insults in the lead up to this meeting. And there's one other detail that the Moscow Times picks up on that I think is quite interesting, is that there were commemorative plates of this meeting, and you can see.
Love a commemorative plate.
I really want one of these. If you can send me one, I'll take it. You can see in true style, Putin and Erdogan have had lunch on these plates bearing their photographs. So you can see a lot of confusion at this meeting.
All right, just got a bit of time for some amusing stories from the Rio Olympics. Take it away.
That's right. First of all, there's a Chinese swimmer who is making a lot of attention. There's a video of her circulating. Check it out on social media. This is Fu Yuan. You can see her here. Essentially, she was so surprised that she made it into the final of the 100-meter backstroke that she said, "Wow, I swim so fast." She says that she used her mystical prehistoric power, and she has become an internet sensation. And also the pool, the diving pool at the Rio Olympics has raised a lot of eyebrows as well. Check out an article in Veja, the Brazilian magazine, if you want more details. Essentially, you can see it here. It's raised a lot of eyebrows. Rio Olympics officials say that the pool has been tested. There's no risk for athletes. But a lot of people on the internet are trying to figure out why the pool turned green.
Especially when the one next to it
is so blue. Exactly. They wonder if it was a copper corrosion or an outbreak of algae. And I like this. This is Tom Daly, the British diver, who tweeted, "What happened?" I'm not sure I'd want to dive into that pool, I must say.
No, people have been diving into it. We have to wait and see if they go a nice
Hope they're
green
okay.
colour as well. Yeah, we do hope they're okay. Thank you very much. Flo Volumino there looking through the press.